You can almost taste that distinctive rustle. And you all know what's inside. Thin slices of carbs, salt, and perhaps some artificial flavors. Chips or crisps, if you're British. A favorite snack all over the world. House parties, cheering on your favorite sports team, or a classic unhealthy addition to a sandwich lunchbox are not quite the same without some chips. But how can you be sure that everything it says on the packet can be found inside? Are we certain that each potato chip follows the stamp of organic approval, giving us the full farm flavor and responsibility that we crave? Can your spot quality ever really be 100% guaranteed? I'm Christine Brunner, and this is Siemens Short Stories. Potatoes, the fourth most beloved starch around the world, although loved by none so much as the Germans, who eat a whopping 91 kilogram per person per year. The root vegetable that comes in 5,000 varieties made its own way to Europe from the Americas in the second half of the 16th century. However, they weren't immediately adored by the continent, who would go on to make the spud one of the biggest staples in their diet. Clerics initially were suspicious of the spud, as they were not mentioned in the Bible, while others believed potatoes can cause some diseases. They are not wholly wrong. The nightshade is a smidge toxic to humans, especially when eaten while they are green. But besides the mild yet delicious toxicity, potatoes are among the most environmentally friendly vegetables. They are easy to grow and don't require massive amounts of fertilizer or chemical additives to thrive, like many other vegetables do. But what if we want to track exactly how environmentally friendly they actually are? Information transparency has become a major priority in the food industry, to the same extent as sectors such as the chemical and pharmaceutical industry, power generation, and banks. The desire for transparency has grown out of the rising demand for the greatest possible number of product details. Studies show that if this information matches what a customer values, 86% of consumers would even be willing to pay a higher price. So it's in a company's best interest to ensure that their clientele gets those details to set themselves apart from competitors who have similar products with alternative components. Thanks to cloud-based platforms and various technologies, it is possible to record, filter, analyze, and combine data from various steps within a production lifecycle. Blockchain technology, a manipulation-proof technology for tracking data, makes it possible to design digital processes and transactions in such a way that they can be traced and monitored by all stakeholders in the product lifecycle. Although blockchain is most commonly associated with cryptocurrency, it is merely one facet of a technology considered to be one of the biggest economic innovations in recent history. Blockchain creates a defined database structure into which no single transaction or item of information is entered and recorded unless the parties involved have consented. After a certain time, the transactions carried out to that point are combined into blocks and provided with a timestamp and a checksum, known as a hash value. Once a verified entry has been made, it can never be changed. By today's standards, that means this technology is considered especially secure. The new blocks are attached to a chain of blocks, which is already established. Thus, the information chain grows, and all participants in the network always have the same copy of the encrypted data, which they can check anytime in real time. So let's go back to our potato chips with an organic certificate. Everyone involved in the potato chip production process always knows what is happening at any given stage, all the way from the organic farmer's field where the potatoes are grown, to their storage warehouse, their transport and processing, like slicing, frying, and seasoning, and onwards to packaging and distribution to your corner store. At each station the potato passes through, data are generated that can be recorded. But before those data are incorporated into the blockchain, they must be verified by everyone in the network. Ultimately, that provides the consumer with an uninterrupted information chain which can be checked anytime. It guarantees the buyer's chips are made from 100% organically grown potatoes and that they were processed under optimum conditions. Siemens too is relying on this innovative technology to develop the first tracking and tracing applications for the food and beverage industry. To do that, they're combining blockchain technology with existing established systems like MindSphere, a cloud-based open IoT operating system, and a portfolio of communication-ready hardware. Meaning that in the future, from tuber to packet, it will be possible to digitally track a potato chip's life cycle. So, the next time you hear that distinct, appetizing packet rustle, just know there might be a little bit of blockchain in the packet as well. Siemens Short Stories is a production of Siemens. If you would like to read more about our blockchain solutions, visit our blockchain IoT section on siemens.com, or if you want to add trusted traceability to your products, please do contact us. Tune in again in 2 weeks for more small stories on big innovation.